So about 2 o'clock this afternoon, Emirates Boeing 777 landed on runway 4 right, rolled off the runway, and at that point, the FAA air traffic controller observed a fire condition on the #1 engine. At that same time, the pilot became aware of the situation by way of his onboard systems. Massport Fire was immediately notified. We responded. Our response timeout was 1 minute. Simultaneous to our response, Boston Fire and Boston EMS were also notified and dispatched equipment in on mutual aid. On our arrival, within that minute, Massport Fire Command utilized that discrete emergency frequency to communicate with the pilot and provide assessment information of what we were seeing outside the airplane. In this case, there was a small fire condition in the tail cone, which is the rear section of the engine. And it's a section, by the way, that's designed for intense heat conditions. But we had asked the pilot to consider keeping the passengers in place, shut the engines down, and allow the firefighters to advance in and knock the fire down. He agreed with that plan, and the fire was knocked down in about 6 minutes. Now, all the while this tactical operation was going on, Massport Fire Command was in communication with the pilot directly, informing him of what was happening under the plane and assuring him that the situation was under control. And then we began to ask with respect to the well-being of the passengers, their physical condition, their emotional condition, levels of anxiety, just simply is everybody okay? The pilot report back initially, everybody was fine. Subsequent reports back to us where all the passengers were comfortable. So when the external stakeholders arrived, we established a unified command, which is an incident management team, Massport Fire, Mass State Police, Boston Fire, Boston EMS, and in this case Customs, because it was an international flight, obviously. So from our perspective, this was a textbook operation. Great use of integrated systems, specifically designed for these very rare events. The use of technology, specifically the discrete frequency, that was actually developed here in Boston, has now turned out to be a national model, we say proudly. And the use of the Halotron, which is a fire extinguishing agency designed for high-tech equipment that chemically extinguishes a fire by removing the oxygen from the fire, and it has a very effective cooling effect, and we were able to knock the fire down in about 6 minutes.